increase of tax on motor spirit. That is petrol by 200 shillings from the current 1,550 to 1,750. I will take it together with item number 37 on the tax being increased for diesel. Now, Chair, according to some studies we have done at PSFU, we have discovered that the cost of manufacturing a product like water, in most cases, transport and logistics will account to about 17.4%. And now, if we increase this tax by 200 shillings, given the current circumstance of the Hormuz, the Strait of Hormuz, on all that, we're just doing a study this morning, and we noted that the price per barrel of oil has increased by over 13% if you compare the prices from January this year up to right now in April. And before the escalation, the price was lower. So as things are intensifying, if we combine this excise duty rate together with the global geopolitics, consumers are likely to suffer. And then also the studies we have done show that for every price, if this water is going for 200 shillings, for 500 shillings, in most cases, about 40 to 50% of the margins will always go to transport and logistics. If I buy this water from Pepsi at 500 shillings, chances are very high that the person who sold me could have bought at 450 shillings. So the 50 shillings is on transport logistics. That's going to affect. So our proposal is we reject.
The Ministry of Energy has recently said that the Ugandan companies who are involved in importation of fuel or dealing in fuel should not increase prices. But ever since this bill was presented, the palm prices have actually gone up. Not because of Strait of Hormuz, because our government-to-government arrangement is still in place under UNOC. Now, how do you explain the sudden increase in palm prices when actually these taxes have not yet taken effect? Is it not more of greed, speculation than anything else?
Actually, the intermediaries are cheating, because now what is the reason for increase when they... Yes, you're even holding. I think this matter, I didn't want to open it up, colleagues, because, yes.
Chair, on that very, I bought it at 32,000. Initially, about a month ago, it was at 30,000 or 3,500. So when I went to buy from the dealer, he told me the price had been increased by the factories. They are claiming that they are already paying an additional tax. The new tax, the tax increment. And I've seen there's a gentleman from Mukwano, even as we speak, cooking oil, they have already increased the price, claiming that government has increased the tax. So I think it's...
Wait. Mr. Wabogo.
Yes. So when you look at all the commodities that are in this excise duty bill, the prices have already gone up. And the argument from the traders, they claim they are getting a price increment from the factories, because they are saying the factories have, all the factories have increased that are dealing in these commodities. So I think let them come out clearly on this.
It is unfair for traders to start charging taxes when these proposals have not even been passed. Yes, they are just imagining and fleecing the public, which would be unfair. And we condemn this in the highest terms as Parliament.
Chair.
Let him finish and then we'll come. We'll start with you.
No, I just wanted to please enlighten us if there are other costs which are already there even before the tax has come, causing that change, or it is speculation. I can see fuel already is going up. Is it possibly the reason why? Because I think the chairman was so emphatic that almost accusing you of behaving in a funny way.
Just a minute. We are only saying we are picking information from the public And people are complaining. Even us, of course. And we are privy to information that the fuel prices coming into the country have not changed.
Chair, almost I'm saying the same thing as you're saying. Let them have the opportunity, since they know the whole chain in the private sector. They are traders, they are manufacturers. If they have analyzed why is it changing even before taxes come into effect.
So they are saying you clarify.
Increasing tax 100% on cement, adhesives, and lime by 100% from 500 shillings to 1,000. Now our proposal is this increase is not done. We'll get the proposal because already as a country we have annual housing requirement.
Who did you consult in this? Your members?
Yes.
Real estate. This real estate in 2024 contributed about 8% of the GDP. But the revenue contribution is less than 2.5. So, as this sector is growing, we do not see consistency in terms of its contribution to the revenue. So, you are zeroing down on just two proposals of cement and paint. But how else can we see this growing real estate sector contribute, have a commensurate contribution to the tax revenue as it is contributing to the growth? Okay? Because the real estate needs services from government. The roads must be done. One of the problems I have in my constituency is the Sinotrax. Every road that has been made is destroyed by Sinotrax that are carrying sand and taking bridges have been destroyed. It's part of the supply chain of the real estate. That the road is destroyed, government goes back and repairs. And now we are saying, but where do you contribute in revenue that can help us actually build the roads? So, are you not being insensitive or unfair to say because of cement and paint, you are making too much fuss about it, but how else can we see this sector contributing?
Talks about introduction of 6% withholding tax on gross payments to public entertainers. Now, this is going to increase tax burden on largely informal and regular income sector, and it may reduce performers' net incomes by about 6% upfront, and it may discourage formal contracting and promote cash-based, non-compliant transactions, and this will raise compliance costs for event promoters and organizers. So, where possible, with the spirit of raising revenue, let this withholding tax be reduced to 3% and make it a final tax for individuals with a threshold exemption for small earnings, for example, above 5 million. Item number 17 it talks about making.
And if you go on the market, we've increased only on 20 litre 6,000 shillings. From 930, we are now buying at 1,138. So it's not an issue of the tax element. It is an issue of the pricing of the raw material. Now, what are we saying? Why I'm here is the excise duty is good. We have not refused to pay. But we want all of us in the vegetable oil sector to have a good, a leveled playing ground. There are some of companies in this country, which I know members of parliament, who do not pay duty. We pay 10% on import duty. We pay excise duty, but we're selling on the same market.
Our members might not be privy to that information.
I believe then
You can do
who
a
gives
service
this
and
exemption?
tell us. No, just
Bidco does not pay, Ntake does not pay, Blue Star does not pay. You can go and do more research. So they do not pay 10% import duty. And we had earlier on said that crude palm oil is a raw material. But the government put 10% import duty. If you go back into statistics now, nobody in this country imports crude palm oil. We all went to import palm oil fractions, which is already in the tariff at 10%. Why did we do that? Because we're trying to mitigate our production costs and still put the same product on the market at an affordable price. When we ask, we are told it's government policy to try and encourage growth of the local seed oil. And it's here we're saying, if you're encouraging local seed oil, we as Mukwano, we are doing so much in sunflower and soybean, remove excise duty on local edible oil, so that people can now get it at a better price, and we can also increase in our farmers. So there should be no excess duty on local edible oil. And that's why I'm here. Thank you so much, Chairman.
thank you, Mr. Rawogo and Mukwano. You know, these submissions